The United States has escalated its confrontation with the International Criminal Court, imposing sanctions on 4 of its senior officials. The move targets 2 judges and 2 deputy prosecutors involved in cases against Israeli and American officials. Secretary of State Marco Rubio called the court a national security threat and an instrument of lawfare against the United States and against Israel. He announced the designations on Wednesday, blocking any assets the officials hold in the U.S. and cutting them off from the American financial system. Among those sanctioned are Nicolas Guillou, a French judge who presided over the panel that issued an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Canadian judge Kimberly Prost, who approved an investigation into alleged U.S. war crimes in Afghanistan, and deputy prosecutors Nizat Shamim Khan of Fiji and Man-Diaye Nyang of Senegal. Israel's government welcomed the U.S. move. Netanyahu called it a firm measure against a smear campaign directed at his country. Last year, the ICC issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu, former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, and a Hamas leader over alleged war crimes in the Gaza conflict. But the decision has drawn widespread criticism. The ICC called the sanctions a flagrant attack on its independence and said that they undermine the rules based on the international order. France, whose own judge is among those sanctioned, expressed dismay and urged the U.S. to reverse course. The United Nations warned the sanctions undermine the foundations of its international justice. This is the second round of sanctions against the court under President Trump, and it comes as the ICC handles high-profile cases involving Russia's war in Ukraine, as well as investigations in Sudan, Myanmar, the Philippines, and Venezuela. The ICC was established in 2002 and has jurisdiction over genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity in its member states or when referred by the United Nations Security Council. But the United States, Israel, Russia, and China have never recognized its authority. For now, the confrontation puts Washington directly at odds with its European allies and raises new questions about the future of international justice.